2 weeks had passed, and in those 14 days, everything shifted. Accidental brushes turned into intentional touches, stolen glances became lingering stares. Pecks on the cheek slowly evolved into something deeper, something neither of them had expected, nor wanted to stop. Mina, oblivious to the storm brewing right under her nose, casually suggested, "Let's watch a movie tonight, some pizza and Netflix." Sure, Wyan and Taehyung agreed in sync. That evening, the three settled on the couch. Mina, without much thought, flopped herself between them. 20 minutes into the movie, her phone buzzed. Sorry, I need to take this. My friend's in the hospital. I have to go check. Wyan. Oh, go ahead. We'll be fine here. Taehyung. Hope they're okay. She hurried away, and the moment the main door clicked shut, silence took over. Wyan slowly inched closer to Taehyung, snuggling beside him, pizza in hand. They giggled at the movie, shared soft laughter, lost in the comfort of each other's presence. But then, the screen shifted to an intimate scene between the lead, sensual, slow, almost magnetic. Wyan shifted, Taehyung's eyes flicked down to her lips. She tilted her head up to meet his gaze. He was already looking. The tension between them cracked like lightning. Taehyung leaned in just enough for their breaths to mingle. Wyan closed the distance. A kiss soft at first, like a question. Then deeper, like an answer. Hands explored, hearts raced. The catch couldn't hold the fire that blazed between them. Taehyung picked her up, lips never leaving hers, carrying her to the bedroom. The door thudded shut behind them, clothes hit the floor. Passion ignited slow, tender, then wild. Breathless whispers filled the air. The bed creaked under their intensity. Soft moans, gasps, love spoken without words. By the end of the night, there was no going back. Wyan stood in front of the hotel room door. Her hands trembled. She wasn't supposed to be there. Mina had borrowed her car. Jungkook had said he'd be working late, but something about that lie didn't sit right. Wyan's heart thundered in her chest. She pushed the door open and froze. The image in front of her, Mina, Jungkook, in bed, bare, entangled. Her vision blurred. The sound of blood rushed in her ears. It wasn't the betrayal of a lover that gutted her, it was the betrayal of her best friend, Mina. Her voice cracked. Mina jolted up, sheet barely covering her. Why and wait, I can explain. Wyan shook her head, backing away. Don't, Jungkook, fumbling to pull on his pants, tried to step forward. Baby, listen, don't call me that. Wyan screamed, eyes glassy. You, both of you. For how long? Silence. Mina lowered her eyes. Jungkook clenched his jaw. I gave you everything. Why? And whispered. Both of you. She turned away before her knees gave out. The wedding is off. She left that hotel with no luggage, no strength, just a shattered soul. That night, she cried in Myra's lap for hours, unable to breathe, unable to understand. Myra whispered, I warned you about Mina ... She did the same thing to me once. And that was the final blow. Wyan left for London the next week, heartbroken, hollow, and done. But now, 4 years later, she wasn't that broken girl anymore. Now, she had found something real. Morning sunlight filtered into the kitchen. Taehyung leaned against the counter, sipping coffee, still shirtless, hair tousled from last night. Wyan stood by the stove, quiet, her fingers gently tracing the handle of the pan she hadn't touched in 5 minutes. He noticed the stillness. Wyan, he stepped closer, his voice soft. You okay? She turned, her eyes distant. I want to tell you something. He set the mug down. I'm listening. She took a deep breath. I was supposed to get married 4 years ago. Taehyung blinked, but said nothing. She continued. To someone I loved, Park Jungwoo, we were together for 2 years, and Mina. She was my best friend for 8. Taehyung's brow furrowed, already sensing the storm behind her calm voice. 1 week before the wedding, why? An's voice cracked. I found them, together in a hotel room, naked. Taehyung's eyes hardened. His jaw clenched. Mina had borrowed my car that night. Said she had errands. Jungwoo said he was at work. I had a weird feeling and went to find them. Her throat tightened. They didn't even look surprised. Taehyung stepped forward slowly, placing a hand on her arm. I didn't just lose a fiancé, she whispered, tears brimming. I lost my best friend. My home, my whole world. His other hand rose to gently cup her cheek. I left everything and went to London. I rebuilt myself brick by brick. Alone, she looked up at him. I'm not that broken girl anymore. But sometimes, the cracks, they still ache. Taehyung pulled her into his arms. I hate that they did that to you, he whispered into her hair. But I'm grateful you walked away from them because that path led you to me. She looked up, a soft tear escaping. He kissed it away. We'll write a new story. Why then? One where no one betrays you again. Location, living room, tense, stormy night. The wind howled outside, matching the chaos brewing inside the apartment. Mina bursts in, eyes red, hair a mess, holding a phone with news alerts flashing. You bitch. Taehyung and Y, and both turn slowly. You think you're better than me? Playing this innocent act while seducing my fiancé under my nose. Y stays seated, calm, lips curled into a small smirk. Taehyung steps forward, protectively. Taehyung, Mina, you should leave. Mina, no, she needs to hear this. You're no saint. Why? You're just like me. We're the same. Why finally stands. She walks up slowly, dangerously calm. Why soft laugh. Same. Oh no, Mina, you had a one-night stand with mine. She leans in, her voice now low and icy. I'm going to keep yours forever. Mina's face falls. Why? So no, we're not the same. I'm worse. I didn't sleep with your man and walk away. She raises an eyebrow. I made him forget you ever existed. Mina screams and lunges. Taehyung instantly grabs her arm, pushing her back gently but firmly. Taehyung, get out, he nods toward the driver who had been silently standing by. Escort her out. Mina stumbles, breathless. You can't do this to me. I have everything. I'm the reason you got this apartment. Taehyung cutting her. Driver's waiting. And by the way, all your cards are blocked. Mina's eyes widen in horror. WH what? Why with a half smile? You used to be the one in control. Now you're just another ex who couldn't handle losing. Mina tries to scream again, but nothing comes out. She stumbles outside into the rain, soaked and shaking, paparazzi lights flashing in the distance as someone tips them off. Her world starts crumbling. The media turns, headlines twist. Her sponsorships pull away, her friends abandon her. One by one, her lifelines snap. Alone, broke, obsessed, she spirals. The final shot, Mina sitting in the dark, murmuring to herself, staring at a photo of Taehyung and Y, and she tears it, then laughs, a broken, chilling laugh. Location, Taehyung and Y, and shared apartment, cozy, warm toned lights, soft jazz playing in the background. The rain taps gently on the windows, soul painted in shades of evening. Wyan is in the kitchen, barefoot, hair tied up messily, wearing one of Taehyung's oversized shirts as she chops strawberries for dessert. Taehyung is behind her, lounging on the couch in sweats, strumming a few chords on his guitar, lazy, happy, glowing. Taehyung, you look hot holding a knife. Dangerous. Might fall for you all over again. Wyan chuckles, glancing back. Wyan, might, I thought you already did. Taehyung grinning, still falling. 300 times a day, he puts the guitar down, walks up behind her, and wraps his arms around her waist, resting his chin on her shoulder. Wyan softly, this feels unreal sometimes. Taehyung, it's real. You're here. I'm here. And we didn't burn the apartment down this time, so that's progress. They both laugh, remembering that first month of chaos. Burnt dinners, clumsy kisses, awkward routines, now turned into deep, quiet love. They eat dinner together cross-legged on the couch, watching an old indie movie, stealing bites from each other's plates, lips brushing, eyes smiling. Later that night, they lay in bed. Taehyung has one hand tangled in her hair, the other gently drawing circles on her back. Taehyung, you ever wonder how we got here? Why, in smiling, every day. And I still don't believe you're mine, Taehyung. I was always yours. I was just waiting for the day you'd look back. Silence settles between them, not heavy, but warm, complete. They kiss, slow, deep, familiar. Not lust, not rush, but love that lingers. The lamp stays on, casting soft golden light as the two fall asleep in each other's arms, peaceful, healed, and so sure of each other now. Location, a quiet, cozy restaurant tucked in a quiet Seoul street. The afternoon sunlight filters through the window, dancing across Yen's pale face as she grips a white envelope, the pregnancy report. Myra watches her with narrowed eyes, her iced latte untouched. Myra, okay? You're making me nervous now. Just tell me already. Yen swallows, her fingers trembling slightly as she slides the report across the table. Myra picks it up, skims it once, eyes widening. Myra, 6 weeks. Yen nods slowly, looking away. She presses her lips together, trying to ignore the nausea rolling in waves. Yen softly, it's unplanned. I wasn't ready. I'm still not. Myra takes a deep breath, then leans back in her chair, crossing her arms. Myra, what exactly are you freaking out about? You're in love. He's in love. What's the big deal? Yen finally meets her gaze, eyes filled with anxiety. Yen, what if he doesn't want the baby? Myra deadpan. Then we'll slap him together. Yen whispers, Myra, I'm serious. What if he breaks up with me? Myra blinks once, then twice, before dramatically placing her head on the table. Myra muffled, you can't be this dumb. She sits up, eyes narrowed now. Myra, that man looks at you like you hung the damn moon. He cried when you got a paper cut last month. And now you think he's gonna ditch you for being pregnant. Yen remains quiet, lips quivering. Her thumb brushes the edge of the paper again. Yen, we don't know. Maybe he's not ready yet. Myra cutting her off. And maybe I'll bang my head into this wall right now because my best friend is a professional overthinker with a gold medal in stress. Yen finally lets out a shaky laugh, wiping her eyes. Myra firmly, you have 2 options. Go home and tell him, or I will. Yen eyes wide. No. You can't. Myra raising an eyebrow. 2 options. Choose wisely. Yen groans and buries her face in her hands. Yen, fine, I'll tell him, but in my way. In my time, Myra exhales, finally sipping her latte. Myra muttering, thank God, I thought I was gonna have to tackle you with baby booties in my hand. Yen laughs again, more freely this time, as Myra reaches over and squeezes her hand. Myra, it's gonna be okay. He loves you, idiot. You're not alone. Yen smiles through teary eyes, heart still racing, but a little lighter now. Location, their apartment. That warm evening glow painting the walls. Yen stood near the kitchen island, nervously fidgeting with her fingers. The pregnancy test report lay folded in her pocket, a constant reminder of what she was about to say and the terrifying possibilities that came with it. Taehyung walked in, loosening his tie, smiling when he saw her. Taehyung, hey baby, you okay? You look like you saw a ghost. Yen tried to smile, but it faltered. Her heart thundered in her chest. Yen softly, Tae, I need to tell you something. His brows furrowed in concern as he stepped closer. She took a breath, pulled out the paper, and held it out. Yen, I didn't plan this. I didn't even think it was possible right now. I was nauseous, dizzy, so I got checked and I'm pregnant. A beat of silence. Yen's throat tightened. Then Taehyung, wait, what? He grabbed the paper, eyes scanning it quickly. And then Taehyung yelling, you're pregnant. Yen startled. Yes, but if it's too soon, I understood before she could finish. Taehyung pulled her into his arms, spinning her around, laughing, completely overflowing with joy. Taehyung beaming. Oh my god, we're having a baby. A freaking baby. Hwayun froze in his arms, shocked. Then she laughed. A laugh filled with tears and relief, like a burden being lifted off her chest. He pulled back, cupping her face with shaking hands. Taehyung, why were you scared to tell me? This is the best news I've ever heard. You, me, and now a baby. God, Hwayun. He kissed her, soft at first, then breathless. Why in teary? I thought maybe. Maybe it was too soon. Taehyung grinning. It is. Which is why I'm fixing it. She blinked. Hwayun, fixing. What? He reached into the drawer, pulling out a ring, the one he'd been carrying for weeks. Taehyung, we're getting married in 10 days. Hwayun choking. What? 10 Taehyung? That's too fast. Taehyung smirking. Not for me. Your husband can handle anything. Just wait and watch. I'm giving you the perfect wedding. No more waiting. He pressed his forehead against hers, eyes closed, their heartbeats sensing. Taehyung whispers, you, me, and our baby. That's all I want. The screen fades with them laughing, crying, and holding each other tightly, the beginning of a forever they never saw coming, but now can't imagine life without.